Cissé. Oh, it's fabulous! A strike to get you up off your seats.
Hello and welcome to Seagulls Social. This is the Nottingham Forest FA Cup preview. It doesn't get bigger than this, boys. Could we potentially be going back to Wembley?
It does.
That is the big question. Ben, how are you, mate?
It does get bigger.
Does it?
It does get bigger. You've got the semis and then the final. Yeah. I'm really good, mate. I'm actually buzzing. Had a hell of a weekend, but made it out alive. We made it out the other end, and it's looking good, mate. I'm buzzing for Forest. I'm buzzing to be back at the Amex. This is going to sound horrendous, being on a Brighton podcast. It'll be my first trip to the Amex this year.
Yeah, probably shouldn't have admitted that, but yeah, good, Ben. It sounds like you're making the same amount of appearances on the podcast that you are at the Amex, which is good.
Is it? Maybe it is. It is. I think it might be. I don't know. Anyway, but no, I'm really looking forward to it. It's obviously going to be a huge game, huge game, and yeah, fingers crossed to get to Wembley again.
Yeah, and Jack, how are you, mate?
Yeah, good. Really enjoying the international break. It's really exciting stuff being played at the England game. And you're meant to laugh there because it's not.
Oh, sorry.
And yeah, good. I'm doing well. Doing well. Yeah, sorry,
Good,
it wasn't much exciting. Good laugh.
No. All right. Well, boys, before we get into the preview, we've got some big news. Big news. Breaking news here at Seagulls Social Central. We are buzzing.
That's huge.
Yeah, we are buzzing to announce that we will be doing a live post-match show at the Amex at the brand new terrace. Woo!
Jesus!
Up the Seagulls Social, buzzing. Well, look, it's been a long journey for us. Obviously, we've been doing this podcast many years, so we're buzzing to be able to give this opportunity. So, big shout out to everyone involved for making it happen. But yeah, get yourselves down to the terrace.
After 4 years, Maz, the club finally listened to a podcast. Crazy. They're like, have you guys heard of this Seagulls Social podcast? I think it's new. It must be new.
Yeah, it's just new kids on the block. But no, we're buzzing. So get yourselves down to the terrace after the Forest game. If you're at the Amex, come to the terrace, show us some love. We'd really appreciate everyone coming down, showing us some love, and being part of the live show. Hopefully, we'll get some fans involved. Obviously, result dependent. We're going to try and make it as fun as possible. But yeah, it all really does depend on the result. So fingers crossed.
Our list of things to do if we win is huge, and then we've got if we don't win, it's like this on the document.
But we've got some really fun stuff planned. Fingers crossed if things go well. But no, really excited. Thank you everyone for supporting and making us get to where we are today, I suppose. So making sure that
we want to thank them for the opportunity that we've got working for the club. Like that has been a dream since we started, really, isn't it? So. To be able to do it. Jack, we've pre-warned Jack 3 pints max the whole day before the event. Afterwards, he can do what he wants. But 3 pints max, okay?
But bottom line is, get yourselves down to the terrace after the Forest game. We're going to be there, obviously, all day. We're going to the game, obviously. And, get yourselves down to the terrace and watch a live show of Seagulls Social. Thank you.
Lucky.
Yeah,
look at that.
You get to see our beautiful mugs in real life.
Oh, and then final part. Oh, go on, Jack.
No, I was going to say you can see all like my wonderful comedy riffs, like the one I did earlier on this show, live in person.
Yeah.
Where
the whole terrace is going to go.
You get to hear the crickets. You get to hear the crickets live in person.
I know it's gonna get like. If you think that was bad, wait until it's live. Yeah.
Wait until it beams around the whole terrace on this big screen.
Exactly.
Better.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then final thing from me in terms of the terrace as well. We are going to try and get it live streamed for people that can't make it. But just logistically, we're trying to work things out. So if it's not possible a live stream on YouTube, we are going to endeavour to get it live. After the fact. So the next day or the day after, live on YouTube for everyone to watch. But there you go, guys. That is the big news, and we'll get into the Forest preview. So, Jack, we'll start with you, mate. Obviously, last time out with Forest, things didn't go well, was the best thing to say. A horrific 7-0 loss. It was bad. But both teams go into this massively informed. Now, obviously, we've been on the back of a unbeaten run since the Forest game, and that spans over 7 games. And Forest have now won the last 3, including their FA Cup tie with Ipswich and drew against Arsenal, and their previous loss was Newcastle in a 4-3 thriller. So yeah, how do you see this game going, mate? Obviously, both teams, Forest, we all know their quality that they have, but yeah, it's a FA Cup tie, one-off game at the Amex, evening kickoff.
Yeah.
Talk to me.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one, isn't it? Like it's been 7 games, funnily enough. A lot to do with the number 7.
7, baby.
Yeah. Since we played them, we've been in unbelievable form, and I think it'll be an interesting sort of reckoning for the players and the manager to sort of come back from that 7-0 defeat and sort of see, right, let's see what we're made of. I think Forest are a really good side this season. They're one of the surprise packages. There's no reason to underestimate them. They've got not like a team full of superstars, a team full of really, really hard-working players with Nuno Espirito Santo. And it's funny. I saw a video of him playing the other day on Twitter, and I was really
He's a goalkeeper, right?
Yeah, he was a goalkeeper. Yeah, it really weirded me out. I was like, I can't believe this guy used to play in goal. But it'll be an interesting to see. It's a huge game for us, huge game for the club. This could be. I think Tony Bloom said it at Cheltenham, didn't he, himself? He said this could be like the biggest end to the season this club's ever had. So for me, I'm excited for it. It's a hell of a game to go into, and it's the sort of games that, while it makes me nervous, and we could have just had Preston. These are the games you live for, aren't they? These are the games that you wait around for, and we've had a hard run, and it's only going to get harder from here on out. So to get a hard tie in this is just it's part and parcel of the game, and we're going to have to beat a good side at one point. So pretty nervous, but pretty excited. It's going to be a good game.
I think Jack raises a good point, Ben, with regards to playing the toughest teams, I suppose. Yeah, no, Jack does raise a good point. I think it's good for us to Preston obviously would have been ideal, and it would have been one of those you look at where you think it's going to be a guaranteed win without being disrespectful. But yeah, Forest a tough side. And I feel like it's going to be a real test, and we're going to really, earn our way to the semi-finals. I suppose that's the best way of putting it. If we do beat Forest, but yeah, who do you see being the sort of standouts for Forest? I know there's plenty of quality in that side. Morton Gibbs-White, Chris Wood, Ollie Aina. They got quality. Murillo, Milenkovic, they're stacked. Even Sales is putting some unbelievable performances. Who are you most worried about going into this one?
I was going to say Chris Wood, but boys, I don't know if you've seen the news. He's a doubt for Forest. He's been injured on international duty with New Zealand, so he didn't play in their second match. They did just qualify for the World Cup, so I'm wondering if it was like, he just doesn't need to play, doesn't want to risk an injury, so he's faking it.
That's probably
could be a thing.
More likely.
We do see that quite a lot on international break. But yeah, he went off, I think, or someone saw him with an ice pack on his right side, and he's struggling in his quote. So, no one likes people being injured, but for us, it's a massive because he scored a hat trick against us. But and he loves a goal against us historically. So that will be huge if he's not playing. But on the flip side, I've also seen stuff about Mitoma also not playing in Japan's next match because he's injured or something like that. So, or he didn't travel to their game, right, Jack? Maybe you're the knowledge man.
They've also already qualified for the next stage of the World Cup qualifiers. So there's every chance that could just be rested or whatever. So that's fine as far as I'm concerned. I'm not too worried about that.
I mean, Awonyi still. I'm sure Awonyi will be the one that then comes in for Chris Wood, and he's still a very dangerous player. I mean, he had a brilliant form for Forest in the Premier League when their first season. I'm pretty sure he had a good purple patch, didn't he? So he can definitely cause us some issues. Similar build to Chris Wood. But yeah, Chris Wood probably would have been the one, Maz, but fingers crossed he's injured because then it gives us even more of a chance. And on what Jack said, it definitely feels like you've earned it. Obviously, you want the easiest run to Wembley because then you get the day out in Wembley. But, but the only issue with that is if we do get knocked out in the semis or now, people don't really care about how hard your run was. It's just how far you do get. So that's what people remember, which is the annoying thing. But yeah, we've earned it. We've beaten some big teams, and hopefully we'll beat another really, really informed team on Saturday.
Now, and talking of injuries, Ben, we've obviously, Veltman was missing last game. We had, obviously, Jack playing at right back against City. And then we had Lamptey out as well. And then long-standing injuries. We've got Dunk, Igor, Kadioglu, Milner, O'Reilly, Steele, all missing as well. So, fingers crossed we don't get any sort of fresh injuries from the international break. And we can go into this this fixture, with our full strength team. But Jack, with regards to that last game out against Man City, a fantastic performance to get a 2-2 draw at City. Somewhere we've never won, was a great result. But out of those players that played, who are you sort of excited to see again? Obviously, we saw sort of Gomez playing at centre midfield. Like I said, Hinshaw at right back, Estepinian at left back, who played really well, by the way, Estepinian. Yeah, are there any players that you'd like to see coming to the side, or you're happy with, the sort of the amount of game time players have been getting so far?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we should reinvent the wheel here. I think we should just go with what we know is working at the moment. Look, I get Herzler has a bit of a reputation that he can be a little bit of a tinker man sometimes, but I don't necessarily want that straight away. Like I want, we know what we're good at. Yeah, no one.
Yeah,
midfield.
bring it back for Forest again. Run it back. It worked so well the last time. Let's do it again. First time was so nice.
I think we shouldn't reinvent the wheel. Belieber, just keep their place. It'd be nice to see Jack be able to push up into midfield because he was so good at Newcastle in that position. I think Weaver's been really good when he's come on recently. He's been really solid performer. So, if one of those sort of players come in, because I think it is quite hard for us to pin down that sort of central midfield alongside Belieber at the moment. So it'd be interesting to sort of see what happens with that. But otherwise, look, this game could go the whole way. So we're going to need everybody probably available if it does go to extra time and penalties.
That's a really good point, Jack. Again, another good point from Jack, because talking about that squad depth, especially after an international break, you've got a lot of football being played internationally. A lot of our players are out on international break as well. So how important is it, Ben, for the likes of, let's say, Gruder, the people on the that coming off the bench, even like a Weaver that Jack's mentioned, a Yari, a Dingra? How important is it? Even Danny Welbeck coming off the bench. How important is those bench players to make an impact as well?
Oh, it's massive. You could easily argue that our squad's definitely better than Forest's. They've got a very strong 11, don't they? Really, but we can actually put this squad to good use if we do get into the extra time. Like we saw it against Newcastle, and we looked like the much better team in that extra time, in my opinion. Obviously, we went on to win as well. That was bringing on fresh legs in Danny Welbeck, and when we've got big players that can bring off the bench like that, then we've got every chance to win in the extra time. And I'll be so much more confident of us beating Forest in extra time than in normal time, because we know how strong their 11 is. Like that 11 plays week in, week out, which is something we were crying out for under Herzler for the first few months of the season. And now we're seeing a very similar 11, and we're seeing the benefits of that. We're seeing what the benefits that Forest have got from it. But yeah, I think our bench is so strong. So anyone that comes on can do a job. I mean, even Grudo probably hasn't had the best of time for Brighton. I know Herzler tries to force him on the pitch at every chance he can get, but Grudo had a really good a little cameo in that extra time period.
I saw that
when we beat Newcastle.
And also in midweek as well, under 21s, he looked really good against Slovakia. Saw a little highlight reel.
Mate, I'm forgetting about Solly March as well. Like to bring on a quality player like that, who's known our system for so long now and is unbelievable in our system. That's another unbelievable sub that can come on and bring that leadership and experience that we need in those sorts of moments.
And I don't want to do any foreshadowing, and I don't want to sort of bring this down like negative. I hope this doesn't come across negative. But Jack, if let's say the result doesn't go our way, this FA Cup tie, do you think it's going to be detrimental to the rest of our season?
Well, you can't let it be because we've got so much left to play for. So, yeah, I think we've got to look at it. Look, this is an opportunity, a great opportunity with what's left in the FA Cup. It's not quite. I mean, it's so strange, isn't it? Like when we were playing Chelsea a few weeks ago, I think I said, not like me to be slightly reactionary, is it? But to say something ridiculous like, if we don't win this game against Chelsea, our season's over. Like we've got nothing left to play for.
Yeah, you don't say that at the Terrace on Saturday.
No, yeah, exactly. We'll definitely, we definitely have something to play for left. So we've got to not let it affect us. But like, what an opportunity this is to potentially win our first ever trophy. And you look at who's left in the competition. So many big teams are out. It's really coming down to the wire here. So, I think we all saw Chelsea come out of the pot and we all sort of went, right, it's over now, good luck, thanks for coming, clap all round. And look at it now. We're in this situation with Liverpool out, Arsenal out, Man United out, not that they're doing so well at the moment, but, there's another team out. And we've pretty much got the hardest team we can. Yeah. we've gone out now to we've now been given the hardest possible tie if you're looking on league placing. So let's just get on with it. Let's see if we can get through it, and if we do, then I think the world's our oyster, really, isn't it? So
Bro's spitting facts today, straight fire from Jack Albion.
Love it, Jack. No, and to be fair, talking about the other sort of strengths, and again, I don't want to jinx it if we do go through. I suppose the only big tie for me is Bournemouth, Man City. I think that's the two strongest teams, and one of them is going to get knocked out. So potentially, if all things go well on Saturday, we can potentially be looking in a really good position. Obviously, Palace are still in it. That could be a fun one.
To say that is that terrifies me more than anything. The bragging rights that they've had since knocking us out in the playoffs. Imagine they can say that in the FA Cup at Wembley. It's that we would never live that down.
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
That would be horrendous. But if we do beat them in the semis, then we've got more bragging rights than the playoffs, in my opinion. So that is a game of gargantuan size.
Yeah.
No.
100%.
So but we need to get through Forest. Yeah, we need to get through Forest first. Let's focus on the here and now. But no. Just to echo, I suppose both of you. I suppose it's a huge game, and I do you know what? I'm going into it confident. I think we have to be. We can't be anything but confident off the back of a 7-game unbeaten run, a really good result out just that last time out to Man City. And I really do believe Hurstler will. I know you mentioned him being a tinker man, Jack, but I feel like he's now starting to get in his groove in terms of knowing when to tinker and when not to, and what players to start with and what players to bring off the bench. I feel like he's starting to get it right. Again, I don't want to sort of jinx it, but no, I am going into this really confident. So without further ado then, should we get into match predictions? Ben, we'll start with you.
Yes. Ooh. I'm gonna say
extra time. You're gonna go extra time, aren't you?
Yes, we're going extra time.
Oh, don't do that.
Going extra time. It's gonna be without Chris Wood. We're gonna win 2-1 in extra time. Be the same as Newcastle. I want to say 1-1 going into extra. Wait, what? Newcastle? Yeah.
Yeah, 2-1 in extra time. Yeah.
But if Chris Wood's there, then I reckon we win 3-2 in extra time.
Interesting.
We're winning, boys. We're going Wembley again.
Jack?
It's got every potential to go all the way in it. So, I'm going to go with a 2-1 winner in extra time. You've got to be confident, haven't you? 1-1 at full time and keep consistent with my predictions there. When was the lot, Jack? Your memory. When was the last time we had a penalty shootout at the Amex? At the Amex, the last time that we had a penalty shoot. So we've never had a penalty shootout at the Amex. For the first team, but we did have a penalty shootout in the. We did have a penalty shootout in the EFL Trophy in the first season or the second season we were in. No. In the first, so in the 21-22 season, we had a 0-0 draw against Newport County, which went to penalties and we lost. So
what wore a trophy for Newport?
Yeah, well, exactly. I didn't think they got very far. I think Lauren Tolaj missed the winning.
Oh, classic. Where's he now? Is he still at Cambridge? Where's he now?
He's at Port Vale, isn't he?
Port Vale, yeah, he's doing well at Port Vale.
I think he's banging them. Yeah, banging them in.
Yeah, he's scoring a fair few goals, so good for him. But yeah, that was the last time there was a penalty shootout, to my knowledge. Oh no! Do you know what? I'm completely wrong.
VAR.
Last season we had a penalty shootout at the Amex in the EFL Trophy against Reading. And Harry Howe scored the winning penalty after a 0-0 draw. So there you go.
But just to clarify, the first team haven't had one. Just to clarify,
the half time never. And the last home penalty shootout that I can remember, I think we're looking back to.
Was it Man City? All I remember is Man City. Yeah, Joe. When I was there and I ran on the pitch.
I think we're possibly going as far back as Man City.
2008, wasn't it?
Surely 2008-9 or. Possibly we had one in the Johnson's Paint Trophy in that same season, but we're now getting outside my encyclopedia knowledge. So, we haven't had a home penalty shootout for a long time.
Let's pray, because my heart...
The feds are coming for Jack for spitting fake facts.
I don't know about you boys, but I do not want this to go to penalty. So my prediction is going to be, we're going to do it in full time. In 90 minutes. We're going to win 2-1. It's going to be a tight one. It's going to go 1-0 into like the 70th minute. And then I reckon we're going to score in the 83rd minute to make it 2-1. Absolute limbs. It's going to be a nervy 10 minutes at the end. And we're going to see it through. But
You know
yeah.
the Danny Dyer meme? I am fucking shitting myself. That is literally me right now, and it's only Tuesday. Fuck here now.
I know, it's
Oh
mad.
God, I've got so much pent up energy about this.
But boys, it's going to be an absolute cracker at the Amex. I cannot wait. It's going to be a great, great day out, regardless of what happens. No matter what case Sarah, whatever happens will happen. But praying for a Brighton win, and yeah, get us to that. You know, another day out at Wembley would be amazing. Obviously, last time out wasn't great for us, but we'll hopefully be able to rewrite history books and get our revenge at Wembley. And fingers crossed, yeah, we do get that result we desperately want. But yeah, final plug. Don't forget, we're going to be at the terrace after the game. No matter what happens, we're going to be there. We're going to do our live show.
Win or lose,
make sure,
we're on the booze.
Yeah, win or lose, we're there. So yeah, make sure to come down to the terrace and support your boys. But yeah, without further ado, boys, any other final business before we wrap up?
If it makes you feel better, if we win, we go to Wembley. If we lose, we don't get the chance of losing to Palace at Wembley. So that's my thought process.
I mean, we might not play Palace, but yeah, I don't know about that logic, Ben.
Yeah, don't know about that logic either.
I'm happy either way, is what I'm trying to say.
All right, well, good. As long as you're happy, Ben, we're happy. But guys, thank you so much, everyone listening. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, all that good stuff. And yeah, we shall see you for the post match, which is hopefully be either a live stream or uploaded onto YouTube. But yeah.
Wow.
We shall see you
on the premises of the Amex Stadium. Wow.
Wow.
Peace.
Right. Peace.